What I wanted to share was probably my worst sickle attack that I've had, I think, in my life. Yeah, my worst ever sickle attack. So I was at my dad's, and I woke up that day, I felt a bit drowsy, a bit tired, and I just felt kind of off. And that's one of the elements of sickle cell. You can't always tell when it's coming. It can just like that take you out. And so I knew that I felt off, and I knew that I could tell that pain was coming. It's not very easy to explain, but I could just sense that something was wrong that day. So I took some medication for it. Before it even hit, I just knew. And as I was going to go back up the stairs, walking through the living room, I just fell flat on the floor. Thank God we have carpet, because I just keeled over, in essence. Oh wait, keeled over, does that mean dead? Okay, no, I didn't. I just fell flat on the floor. I think I fell to my knees, if not straight on my face. And there's not so much that I remember around this time, because my stepmom was there, my sister was there. It was a very panicked situation, like, oh my gosh, Courtney just fell on the floor, what happened? And I just remember being taken over by this overwhelming pain in my legs, in my back, and I was just like, I can't breathe. And so the pain for me as well occurred just somewhere around the ribs, around here. I can't really remember what the bone is called, but just under the chest here. And I was just struggling to breathe, and especially because I'd fallen on the floor, I was just panicking. I was panicking. My stepmom kind of panicked. My sister was panicking, and we called the ambulance straight away. I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, what is even happening? Because I was in so much pain, I couldn't really think clearly. And I don't even remember timings. I have no idea how long it took for the ambulance to get there or anything like that. But I was rushed to the ambulance. My sister came. I got taken into a A&E, and my mum came down as well, and they'd given me gas and air? Yeah, which made me quite loopy. So luckily I was, for the most part, out of it, because I just don't think it would have been a very good situation for me. I probably would have screamed if I was conscious or aware of my surroundings. And I just remember them saying, we need to do blood tests, we need to check your blood pressure, we need to check all of this. And so doctors were coming in and out telling me that we've got to test this, we need to check for that. And I just remember thinking, yeah, whatever, do whatever, I'm just gonna lay here. Because I don't think I moved from the bed position, so I was just like this for the majority of the time. And so my family remember this better than I do, but the main part that A, I will say is a little bit graphic, and B, the part I will say that is how I know that I was not fully aware of what was going on, because I really, really don't like blood tests. I hate the idea of them. I've had to develop a whole coping mechanism. I don't deal well. And so they came in, they said, we're gonna have to give you a blood test. I forget what for, but they had to give me a blood test. And so whatever happened, my mum told me to turn around and face her. And I didn't think much about it at the time, but something was not going right on the other side, because I think blood came like out of my arm, just like shooting out, and when I turned back over, there was blood on the floor. There was like, it just looked like it must have sprayed. And thank God I didn't see that, because I know I was like high on gas and air, but I am certain I would have panicked. Sorry, I spent the next few days in the hospital trying to recover. There are a few back and forths with myself and the doctors and some issues, but I think recovery time for me for that was about a month. Let me come back a little. Not all sickle attacks are like that. They're not all crazy. We must get to the hospital right now. Actually, the majority of my sickle attacks aren't like that anymore. I haven't, knock on wood, but been to the hospital for a sickle attack, and I think almost 2 years, which is great because it used to be a lot more frequent, and it can be a lot more frequent, especially for sickle cell sufferers who have the SS genes. That was probably one of my scariest experiences whilst having this condition, but I just wanted to point out how serious it can be. Yeah, that was, it's hard to relive, to even think about. I tried to avoid it, honestly. There's been a lot of other stories regarding sickle cell, and if you would like me to share a bit more in detail about that, I'm happy to share my experiences, but I can only really talk for myself because sickle cell sufferers have a range of issues and conditions and their own stories, and mine is probably not even scraping the bottom of the barrel. But that doesn't take away from what has happened to me. So if you have any questions about sickle cell, I'm happy to answer to the best of my ability. I'm not a doctor, and I will leave some links in the description to check out like the Sickle Cell Society. They have very good facts and information. I'm a member with them, and I recommend them a lot. I recommend you do your own research into the condition, and I recommend if you have any friends or family with the condition, just talk to them about it. I think for so long I was so scared to talk about sickle cell because I didn't want it to define me, and it feels very easy once you say, I have this disease. People are like, oh my gosh, disease? What's wrong with you? And it can just take over. Whew, that was a lot to get off my chest, but thank you for listening to my story. I hope I was clear. If there's any questions about what the condition is, what the symptoms are, even just other stories about what has happened to me in regards to suffering with sickle cell, I'm happy to go into it. I'm happy to share, really. It's taken me a long time to get to this point of even wanting to share, so doing a whole video on it it's really been nerve-wracking. I hope this was informative. I hope I've answered some basic questions in regards to sickle cell. I probably will be doing a lot more videos on it because I just want people to be aware of it. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section down below. I am so happy to share. And thank you for watching another video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.